Yo guys, what's up? Here's Crips and welcome to another fashion sets video. Today I'll be showing you the process I go through with making sets, and hopefully this video will help you guys in improving your sets when you're trying to make them. I want to make this for a sort of guide on how to make like a good fashion set. And yeah, I just want to get straight into this, but I know I said I was meant to be doing a fashion set for new players, but I'm sorry guys, I did feel like I needed to do this more, and I've also got 2 other videos I've scheduled for 1,000, and by the time this one is done, we're going to be so close to 1,000. I'm going to have to move this until after the next 2 videos, because I've got 2 videos for 1,000 subs instead of 1. I've decided to do something else as well, so stay tuned for that. If you want to help in hitting 1,000 or surpassing the next goal past 1,000, then please subscribe. If not, just enjoy the rest of this video, because we are just going to be making a set and we're telling you what I go through when making a set. So first things first, you do not need an exotic to make a good fashion set. That is one thing I always see in my comments, is exotics. You don't always need an exotic. On screen I'll show you a bunch of exotics, non-exotic sets I've made. I'll be showing you 2 with exotics, because even though you don't need to use them, it is a lot easier to stick with one, mainly because they can really enhance your look. So because this is sort of like a live commentary throughout the whole thing, so I'm probably not going to do no big cuts at all, just so you get like an idea of fully what I do. Now for the sake of the video, we're going to be doing a GRAVITON forefeit. I'm doing this because it's like my favorite exotic. I've done this back in D1. I used to use this all the time, and we're going to do it because it's like one of the best looking and easiest. So what we're going to do, what I tend to do when I'm focusing on one exotic, I just chuck it on. That's the first thing I do, just put on the exotic and have a look at it. So so I'm going to put on luxe for now, so I get a good look at the helmet. Now one thing you always want to point out when you're looking at armor pieces is how shaders affect them, and one main thing that you need to point out is the materials. I know it sounds weird, but it does massively affect how a shader can apply to an armor piece. For example, say these arms. So we got these arm pieces. Well, if we were to use something like, I don't know, metal, like, it would give this shiny, a bit of a shine to it. Now this is important with consistency. So as you can see, this helmet isn't it's sort of matte, but it's still got a bit of shine to it. So you don't want your full armor being like a cloth like material. It might look a bit odd. It can still work, but it won't look as good as, say, matching the sort of gloss or shine of the armor as the helmet. So I'm going to show you what I mean by this in a minute. But right, so first thing as well, or not second thing now, shader. So always have in mind what sort of color you want to go with. So this is a lot easier to say because it's purple. So if I was doing Graviton, and obviously you can't change the color of this void, I would use Graviton purple and black for Graviton, or white and purple. I always want to be careful with this though, because it can shader very weirdly with these scuff marks and stuff, so just be wary of that. Now I won't apply any shaders just yet, because what you want to do first is get an idea of the armor, how it would look like. So this don't look too bad already at the moment. You don't need to put shaders on. You can just chuck a bunch of stuff on and just make sure the armor just flows and works well together before you go wild on shaders. Now I sort of have a feeling I want to use a glow, and I think I'm just going to go with a set I've made before, just so you all know. Some may not even know the set if you're new, but I'm going to go through the making of one of my sets. So let's use this, because I haven't used this in a while. So this won't look bad, but I want a glow. I want a purple glow. So I'm gonna go through ornaments. Now, obviously not everyone's gonna have all the ornaments that I have, so you might have to take a different thought on this, but I'm just telling you why I'm going with a glow, because this helmet, because it's glowing, and you know it could work. Other stuff, prestige, Leviathan could work. You have to change the shader though, because I don't think it looks as good with this black. Actually, no, it looks fine. Actually, I think it might look fine, but I'm going to do different arms for the video. So, the arms I have in mind is either Imperial Cartographer, because of this, or Virtuous Grips. Now, this shader already works with both these arms, and I don't think I'll switch it, to be honest with you, because it's probably the best one I could have for this set that I want to make. So out of these two, I'm probably going to choose virtuous, mainly because of the sort of metal here. Even though Empyrean has more of that shine to it, it does have gold accents on it, which I cannot change, which may not work depending on what I decide to use at the end for like a chest plate and arms, but cloak. But for now, we're going to stick with this. We're going to have a look at this now. Always feel free to test things out. Don't always just spec down here and just go, I don't think it'll look good. You need to keep. That's the thing. You got to be patient with amethyst. You got to keep trying out different looks. And as you do this over time, your knowledge in sets will grow, and you'll start to know which sets do and don't work. Let's think of chest plate. So, as much as this looks good because it matches with the cloak, I don't think I'm going to use this cloak, to answer you. I think I've got one in mind, so I'm going to just stick with the glow. I think the only one that glows here is this one, so I'm going to use this. The reason why I'm not using this other than like a Leviathan, although it does have a glow, it doesn't match very well with the armour in terms of glow colour. So far, this armour I've gone for glows perfectly, so we're just going to keep with it. Now the boots, I think I just ornament these because I think I might use Imperial Cartographer again. Yeah, this suits well. So the reason why so these three pieces all have one thing in common. They got a bit of they got like a same sort of material to it. That's why it looks sort of right for each other. And the purple glow throughout also helps match with the entire set. And obviously the distribution of colours in the shader as well is also what helps. So as you can see, black overplaying, under is blue, under blue, and then obviously blue there. So you know, obviously you've got to be careful, because even though these arms it could show black on the outside and blue on the underneath of the armor, on another armor it could show blue on the outside, I think like this, yeah, and black underneath. So you've always got to be wary of shaders. You always got to try them out, see how they look, because they can always change on different pieces. So that's what I mean. You just got to stick with that. The rule of just constantly and just stepping back, having a look at it, and just seeing if it works. Now the cloak, I already know I want to use this. I might use it. Screw it, I want to use it again. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go with a look I've done before. I want to, because it's one of my favorite looks. So the reason why I've chosen this, you'll see why. Even though it's white and gold, it won't be white and golden now. So we're gonna put a amethyst veil, because this is what works with this set. Nice. So it does the same color. Now the reason why the gold I can get away with it is because I already have a bit of gold on my armor. Perhaps I could use Imperial Cartographer. I'm gonna have a look at it in a bit. Now because I played Solstice, I have a lot of gold that glows as well, so I can put on a void glow, and this is also why this works perfectly with my with my set because I'm going with purple glow, and this just matches even better. Now if you do have this, Pearl Night Stalker also makes the glow brighter, as you can see around the hood. This does glow a lot more in game. It's actually a lot more, it's like a lot more dimmed in preview, I don't know why, but in game it glows like mad. Now I've just set, you can always go back and have a look at each piece and just see what they would look like earlier on when we were thinking about doing Empyrean cartographer. Yeah, so only issue I have with doing this is I don't like using too much of one set, because at that point it doesn't feel like a set. I don't know how to explain that, but you know, there we go, this could work as well. So it's always about going back and having a look at what sets could look like otherwise. Is an alternative that you could go with, although I don't think, like I said earlier about the consistency, it goes from like metal like throughout and then boom it goes straight to track bands. So I don't know, that's why this don't fit as well for me. It don't feel like it should go with it. Maybe I could try like a black. You know, maybe other things could work. You know, it's just all about the thing I'm trying to emphasize. You just gotta try things out. You gotta keep changing them up, trying them out. Like this could possibly work because of the glow as well. So it's just all about trying things out. Now another thing I do want to show is how you need to sometimes have to mix and match shaders. Now I have got one perfect shader which I can show this point off. Where is it? Crimson Valor, here it is. So this shaders decently well. If you get the right armor, it will look nice. You can make this look really nice as shader. But then you look at the cloak and it looks like a disco ball. Now, if you like this, fair enough. If you don't, then you don't. Like me, I really don't like it. A few shaders do this sort of effect on cloaks, and I can't stand it. But what you can do is mix and match shaders. So say you like the whole look of the armor here, just slap it on. You don't have to use one shader for the whole set. I've done this multiple times on my old sets where I'd have the cloak a different color, because it just looks better. It's also nice to sometimes have the cloak contrast to the armor, so it doesn't always have to match in color. So what I mean by this is, you like the boots, chest, arms, and helm. Put this shader on it, and then what you can do, you can scan through and look for a red shader for just the cloak, and then put that on, and it can make the whole set work then, because it all got like the same sort of color to it. Now what I mean by the contrasting colors, so say you have so what we're going to do now, we're going to make it a full white set. Even though, like, you know, the white does work, this could also work with black. So we could try maybe this. So dark colors can work. It's not just, even though most of it's white, it needs to be a white cloak. You can also make it work with darker colors, like with cloaks. So as you can see, that sort of works as well. So that's what I was trying to get. That's why basically I wanted to show you all. I also want to, like, I'm going to show you one last set. So this is the bounty hunter set I made for Lucky Pants. Now I'm going to tell you why I chose this specific armor. So Lucky Pants, someone wanted me to use Lucky Pants. I thought I had the ornament and instantly gave me space bounty hunter vibes. I just wanted to make a bounty hunter set of it, and someone else requested a bounty hunter set, so I just chucked on the boots. Instantly knew that whites do not work with this very well, these boots, so I went straight to Amethyst Veil because it's like my favorite dark shader. And then I was looking at a bunch of armor pieces, right? So I wanted to have something, right? I'll show you this now so you sort of get the idea. So I'm going to put on nothing for now, like just without the ornament. I wanted something like, because a lot of armor don't have pouches or I wanted to stick with the theme of a bounty hunter. He would have pouches, he would have ammo clips on him, other than just by here. I wanted to just keep that, a bit of that on him, like somewhere else, to somewhat match the set even more. And what I did find was this took offensive. And what I did find was this took offensive, like, had a perfect thing I was looking for, which was pouches and sort of like, just, I don't know, I don't really know how to explain it, but I just thought the pouches would help emphasize more the idea that he's like carrying more stock of ammo on him and he was like a proper bounty hunter. So I know that sounds like a weird thought process, but I wanted to have some other representation other than a gun holster and ammo going around his leg, that he was also like carrying other things, and he was just also still like a bounty hunter. And that's why I wanted to choose this chess playlist to suit with the theme I was going with, because also having a theme can help. Now these arms, the reason why I chose this, it just matched perfectly. Same sort of armor type as the chest. What I mean by that is the material. Super similar, and it just suits really perfectly with the armor. We didn't need something too much because we didn't need glow. We didn't need something big. We just needed something minimal because it's a bounty hunter. You know, they don't look out of this world. Like generally speaking, the ones I was thinking of, and that's why the helmet is very simple as well. And I didn't want to go over hood down, I want to go hood up, because that's normally what I think of, like quite disguised, and I don't know, like sort of like don't want to be seen looking. That's why I went with dark as well. And then for the cloak, I went with the Memory of Cade cloak. Reason being, because Cade has always been that bounty hunter looking type to me, and you know, this is in honor of Cade in a sense, and also the cloak just suits perfectly with the set. Reason being, something you may not have noticed about the set, so this cloak goes from dark to light, going down to the bottom. This sort of set goes from dark to somewhat light down here, so it like sort of gives off the same look from behind, if you get what I mean. So it goes from black and then it goes light here. So same as the cloak, dark and then light.